Okay, so here we are again with the formula for surface area of a prism. It's twice the area of one base plus the perimeter times the height. So we are going to go ahead and look at finding the area of the surface area of a prism. Remember, the surface area is the sum of all the areas of the surfaces. Okay, so we're going to start out with a hexagonal prism. Now, this is a regular hexagon. It's really important that we understand that this applies to regular hexagons. I decided to use a hexagonal prism so we remember how to find the area of a hexagon, because that's one of the very last things we did before we left school when school was closed. So the height of this hexagonal prism is 6 centimeters. The side of one of the hexagons is 10 centimeters. Okay, so here's our surface area. It's twice the area of the base plus the perimeter times the height, where B stands for the area of one base, P is perimeter, and H is the height of the prism, which is the distance between the two bases. So this right here will be the height. So in order to solve this formula, we need to know what B is, we need to know what P is, and we need to know what H is. So let's start with the area of a base. Okay, so here's our hexagonal prism again. So what I want to do is I want to find the area of the base. The base is a hexagon. Let's review how to find the area of a regular hexagon. Regular meaning all the sides are the same length. So here's a regular hexagon. If you remember, and then the side is 10, so this represents one of these bases. If you remember, we divide the hexagon up into 6 triangles. And then we find the area of one triangle, and we multiply that area by 6, and that gives us the area of the hexagon. So let's review that a little bit. Okay, so here's that triangle we were talking about. So the formula for the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So we know that the base of this triangle is 10. The base of the triangle is equivalent to one of the sides of the hexagon. But we'll need trigonometry to find the height. So let's take a look at that. If you remember, this central angle is 60 degrees. We took 360 and we divided it by 6, because when we looked at the hexagon, there were 6 central angles. Now, if we add the height of the triangle, what that does is it divides the 60-degree angle in half, and it divides the base in half. So instead of 10 centimeters, this is 5 centimeters. Now we look at this right triangle, and we use trigonometry to figure out what the height is. So we say the tangent of 30 degrees is opposite, which is 5, over height, over adjacent, which is the height. That gives us a height of 8.66. So now the area of one triangle is 1/2 times the base of the triangle, which is 10, and the height of the triangle, which we calculated to be 8.66. So the area of this one triangle is 43.3 square centimeters. Now remember, we have to multiply that area by 6, because there are 6 triangles. So that gives me a base area B of 259.8 square centimeters. Okay, so let's go back. Now we know the area of one of these hexagons. The surface area, again, formula is twice base. We just calculated base plus perimeter times height. So we calculated that base area to be 259.8. The perimeter, so that's B, the perimeter is 60 because I have 6 sides and they're 10 centimeters each. And capital H stands for the height of the prism, that's 6 centimeters. So we just go ahead and plug that in our formula. B is 259.8, perimeter is 60, height is 6. That gives us a total surface area of 879.6 square centimeters. Okay, great. Next video, we'll look at a cylinder.